cup of coffee, pair of scissors, and a book haul. Who doesn't love a book haul video? This is a 3-book haul from World of Books. It's just arrived. I bought 3 because they were doing a thing, you know, buy 3 and use this code and get, was it 20% off? I think. So, you know, that's how they get you. And I'm looking forward to these. Looking forward to showing them to you. Right. Yeah, we'll start with the main one, which is the big one. Oof! A People's Tragedy, Orlando Figes, which I used to think was pronounced Figes, but it's Figes. Now this book I've been looking at in a local bookshop here on Arran for a month or so. Been in twice to look at it, and it's 25 quid. It's like, ooh. Well, this one's 20 quid. Must have put the price up since this was published. It's the same one though, it's a 100th anniversary edition. Now I have read Orlando Figes before. He did a book about revolutionary Russia from, when would it have been? I can't remember what the years were, but it went through the revolution, from before the revolution right through to after it. His writing was easy to follow and I enjoyed it. I'll put a link to whatever that book was, you can see what it was. But this one, it's got loads of photos in it, which I really like in a historical text. I mean, there's Vladimir Ilyich. So, yeah, I haven't seen those pictures before. So it adds a lot to the reading of such a big chunky history book. So that was one that I looked up specifically because I'd been in again to the local bookshop, and my apologies to the local bookshop. You are fabulous, fabulous. I love the stuff you have. And if you had War and Peace, the translation I was looking for, I would have bought it last week. But you didn't, so that's what sent me onto World of Books. So I'm looking forward to this. I've got a massive TBR list of Russian history, Soviet history. Don't know when I'm going to get to it. I keep picking one off the shelf ready to start and then something else gets in the way. Damn you, Andrew Watson's Discord, and your excellent inhabitants who keep recommending amazing fantasy and sci-fi books. Right, next up, I just got this to make it 3. Another Orlando Figes book, Natasha's Dance, A Cultural History of Russia. Let's see what it says. These are all just recommendations from newspapers. Orlando Figes' enthralling, richly evocative history has been heralded as a literary masterpiece on Russia, the lives of those who have shaped its culture, and the enduring spirit of a people. So it's right up my street. Again, it's got some pictures. Not that many, but, you know, enough to be interesting. And their colour. Ooh. There we go, a wee example of some colour photos. So there we go. It's a bit bashed, but I think it was only like a quid. So, you know. Don't know who Natasha was and what her dance was all about. This was the main one. Another translation of War and Peace. This is the Pavir and Volokodsky translation, which I didn't have. I've got the Anthony Briggs, which I'm reading now as one of the Penguin Classic Deluxe edition, which is beautiful. And I've got the Mod translation edited by Mandalkar on Kindle. So I'm reading, at the moment, 2 pages a day, not 2 pages, 2 chapters a day, in order to catch up with Simon Heisel's excellent read-along, which has been going since the 1st of January, and I joined it end of March, I think, after someone introduced it to me, Elfie. If you're watching this, Elfie, thanks again. Elfie saw my book haul video when I got the Anthony Briggs Penguin Classic Deluxe, and she commented that she was doing Simon's read along, and I was like, ooh, yeah, I better not join that because I'm already really busy with my reading. And before I knew where I was, you know how it goes, I was in. So I read an article by Michael R. Katz, who is a translator himself. I'm reading his translation of Crime and Punishment as part of my big project, my 8 translation comparison, which I've just relaunched, by the way, on Substack. So I'm right now typing up my notes for chapter 3, so there's plenty of time to catch up. camscampbellreads.substack.com, link down below. And he wrote an article about 2 new translations of War and Peace and 2 old translations, and he compared all 4. One of the new ones was this, and his conclusion was that this one is kind of the one to go for, which is interesting because I just read another article called The Perversion, clever word, Perversion of Russian Literature, and it was talking about Richard Pevear and Larisa Volokonsky as having kind of perverted, I suppose, the translation world in as much as Russian to English goes. So there, I don't know, there's some fans and some people who are less fan-like of Pevear and Volokonsky's translations. But I wanted to compare, and I did notice that there was another edition by them coming out, available for pre-order and available in November. I was like, yeah, I should probably pre-order that. I couldn't find any information about it. What makes it different from this one? Don't know. But it seems like the kind of thing I will get because the read-along I'm doing doesn't finish till the end of the year. And I'm getting so much out of these read-alongs, War and Peace and Crime and Punishment in particular. So, yeah, when am I going to get to my history books? I don't know. I've kind of got that feeling now where, you know, when you just get a book, you want to stop time and sit down and read the whole thing and then restart your life again. I'd kind of like to be able to do that, but that's not how life works, is it? So I don't know when I'm going to get to it. I should probably plan, and then, but there's so many book clubs going on and so much good stuff. Yeah. Anyway, that's my small haul. I'm going to go and drink some coffee and do some reading. So, and I've got to write up my notes for Crime and Punishment, Part 3, Part 2, Chapter 3. So, yeah, come and join me if you want to read Crime and Punishment. This is a good time to do it because I'm going deep, we're going slow, we're taking it in. So, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.